And then our last one we have is for the Tauruses. Thank you for being patient. You're usually not the last sign to be discussed. Uranus is in the 12th house. And the Uranus in the 12th house is one, again, a little harder to talk about because it's oftentimes where you're changing what you're thinking and feeling inside. So you start embracing. You may go have a massage and walk away and go, oh, my life was changed. That was a healing massage. I am healed. That all of a sudden you get exposed to a philosophy, a religion, and it's real. You can feel it, you can see it, you can see the impact it's having on your life, and of course, you become a follower, a subscriber, or a practitioner. So this is where it gets hard to criticize someone for being into, oh, let's say Scientology, and being into any sort of faith or religion, because if Uranus in their 12th house, they're going to kind of fall into a realm of a very extreme philosophy, but it works. That's the key. For this 7 years, it works. Crazy path. Maybe not everyone else needs to go with them, but this is where they need to go. I put emancipated and being breaking a habit. Again, this is a story of, again, sad and happy story, the same one. When I was 17, my father was diagnosed with tuberculosis. He was sent off to a sanitarium in those days. But what happened? It was very sad. All of a sudden I was involved with medical and going to the sanitarium, and it was a very depressing, beyond words, place. It was very emotional. But what happened back at the house was, Dad was gone. I got to drive the car. I was chauffeuring Mom around. I had access to the car anytime I needed it. You know, we were a one-car family, right? So that was a big deal. Dad was gone. So I got liberated. Poor Dad was in the sanitarium. I got liberated. So there's an interesting thing, 12th house. You may get exposed to more medical things, learn about those things, exposed to some sad storylines at the same time period. And at the time, the weird part was there was a lot of mentally unstable people somehow that all had, you know, tuberculosis as well, which didn't quite make sense. But I think it was a dropping point. So I was exposed to some very abnormal behaviors during that time period that my father was exposed to. So it's just a story that you get exposed to this kind of twisted, dark side, like what goes on behind the curtain or in the hospital room or in the sanitarium. And at the same time period, you get liberated as a result of it. So I do tell my clients, it's true, it's a great time to start therapy. It's a great time to come into free money. I was 17 and I qualified for Social Security benefits because my father was in a sanitarium. Now you realize this is why I'm doing blue light specials at Kmart. I had a job, and now I'm getting government checks coming in because he's in a sanitarium. So it was legitimate, but all this free money was great. I was thinking this was incredible. And the good news, really good news here was my father was out of the sanitarium within a year. So, you know, it was bad, but it was good at the same time. So the idea of Uranus in the 12th house at this point for Taurus is you're being immersed. You're seeing a different world that you saw before. I'm not saying people are handing you cash, but you're having access to things that you don't have to be paying for. So we made it to the signs. This is the final summary sheet in case anyone came in late or needed to see the differentiations of Uranus and what it can bring into things. But the biggest thing, it liberates you to be odd. It liberates you to be different. Again, if nothing else, I hope you just think about this. My Uranus allows me to do blue light specials at Kmart. That is the idea, right? That you're liberated to be the odd one, the one that people may make fun of or whatever. Be that person. That's really what's going on in this process. It does breed independent thinking. It does not breed everyone agreeing, everyone being on the same page together. But it is a very dynamic energy, and it kind of is what moves us along and gets us into evolution. There's a lot of revolution in the process. Remember Johnny Depp, remember John Lennon. And the fact that John Lennon in the end dies in such a violent death as well, very it makes a lot of sense with that strong Uranian energy that he had. Anybody else want to have a comment or anything? Otherwise, we're going to wrap this up. It's been wonderful. I've enjoyed it. Thank you so much.